Greetings, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to 10 to 10, where I come at you for approximately 10 minutes, often more, at approximately 10 a.m. Eastern Time, often a little bit later. That is 7 a.m. That's the early morning on the West Coast. That is the afternoon in Europe. That is the evening in Asia. Wherever you are, I'm always grateful and appreciative to be with you in this space. And when you're entering, you can share where you're from. You can ask questions, comments, connect anytime. Welcome MH, welcome Marianne, welcome Jane, good day, welcome Encore, welcome Tracy. On Instagram, we come hit you on Facebook and Instagram live, and then we're archived on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. So you can check this out on video or audio as well. I had a really good weekend, a really good family time, family space. Hope you had a good weekend as well. I really liked last Friday's episode. So if you haven't seen that yet, check that out. It's called Love Letter to My Son and Thoughts on Competition. That was one of my favorites so far. And today, we're going to talk about how to climb a mountain in 10 minutes. Interesting title, huh? One of the keys is you have to have interesting titles. It's a little tip for you guys. Interesting titles. You know, if you have a good book, great book, you need an interesting title to get someone to open the book, because if it's not an interesting title, it may be a great book, but they'll never open the book, right? So great title is what allows someone to open a great book. And today we're talking about, let me see if I can get these comments straight again. There we go. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Jane joining us from England. So climbing a mountain, there's a guy named Alex Honnold, who does free climbing. Free climbing means that you climb without any assistance of ropes or any kind of anything to help you. So if you fall off the mountain, you fall off the mountain and you're dead, right? That's what free climbing essentially is in a very short version of it. So Alex Honnold is the most famous free climber. He was recently featured in a documentary that won Oscar for Best Documentary. So he's gotten some more fame lately. I've been aware of him for a little while and kind of follow him a little bit here and there, what he has to say and what's going on for him. He used to live in a van for a while, and he would sleep in the van and then climb mountains all day, free climb. And now he got a little house in Las Vegas. Okay, I can actually see questions on Facebook Live today, so that's good. So Marianne's asking where I am now. I will get to that question in a moment. As soon as I fill this up, I'll share where I am and answer any questions folks have. I'm in the here and now, but I'll get more specific in a moment. So what's fascinating to me about Alex Honnold and why what he's doing relates directly to what I'm speaking about is when you look at mountain climbing, when you look at free climbing, it's a perfect metaphor for how to live your life and for teachings of presence, of mindfulness, of spiritual awakening is about. So imagine yourself on the edge of a mountain. There's nothing to assist you. And you want to get to the top of the mountain, right? And it's kind of like these things, what he climbs are like basically like straight walls. They're just like, and you got to find the next little niche, the next little tiny niche to put your finger in, to put your toe in. And it has to be precise, it has to be exact, right? So it requires absolute presence in the moment. Absolute 100% presence in the moment. You can't be thinking about, the fight with your girlfriend you had last night, or you can't be thinking about, oh, am I going to pay the rent on the first, or, you need absolute concentration. And you certainly can't be afraid of falling, right? You have to have absolute concentration, absolute presence, absolute mindfulness. And at the same time, you have a sense of direction of where you're going. So there is a goal. There is an endpoint. You're going higher, higher, higher. You want to get to the top. So there's a goal, there's an endpoint. You know exactly where you want to go, but you don't know exactly how you're going to get there, right? Even if you think you know exactly how you're going to get there, it's not going to be exactly how you're going to get there. So you need to be present to the next step and the next step only. And in being present to the next step with a sense of intention and direction, you reach the mountaintop, right? Now, this is the same truth in our lives, in our daily life and in the life that we live. Of like, we can have a sense of direction, we can have a sense of purpose, we can have a goal, and we can know where we're going. One of the things I've been telling people lately is, if you don't know where you're going, it's absolutely impossible to get there, right? When you use a GPS, the GPS, you don't know how to get there, but you know where you're going. So then you get there, right? But if you don't know where you're going, then how are you supposed to get there, right? So the mountain climber has that first part down. They know where they want to get to. And that's important for us. So many of us don't know where we want to go. And then we're confused why we're not getting there, because you don't know where you want to go, right? It's so simple, right? You can't get somewhere if you don't know where you want to go. So you want to get to the mountaintop. You have a clear sense of what that is, but you don't know how you're going to get there. We never know exactly how we're going to get there. We never, and that's what makes it fun. That's the adventure. That's the joy of it. And through being fully present in the moment, giving our full attention to this moment, our awareness to this moment, we find the way. We find the way moment by moment, step by step. And that's how you climb a mountain in less than 10 minutes. So to the question I was asking, where am I? I am in Pennsylvania. I am in an area called Berks County, outside the city of Reading. This area is called West Lawn. And this is the place where I grew up. And this is the place where I'm sharing time with family right now, with my parents and my son, and my sister this past weekend, and her kids, my nephews. So it's been a really sweet time to share with them. And I'll be here till close to the end of the month, and then going down to Asheville, North Carolina, as I often call it, the cradle of love, the place that feels like home for me, home base, and gratefully going back there. Grounding down a bit more. I was doing a lot of traveling, as many of you know, and now kind of balancing it out with an intention to be more grounded and not be moving so much for a little while. Though we will be going to be doing some traveling in a couple of months. We have some retreats, a retreat happening in Italy, a retreat happening in Mallorca, Spain, some other good stuff in store. And yet feeling grounding within and tuning within at this time right now. Please share comments. Tune anytime. I check the comments throughout the day and tune into what's happening for you, and I can respond to anything that's happening. There's links to delve into anything deeper. Ask me any questions about anything, and if I know the answer, I'll give it to you. Wishing you all a beautiful, magical, miraculous, spectacular rest of the day, and I'll see you the same time tomorrow.